I'm at this phase of my life where I only want the best for me. The best. The best job, the best mental health. I want to travel the world. I want to eat good food. I want to try new things. And I want nothing but positive energy and positive people around me, even if that means cutting off the toxicity. When you spend a lot of time alone, you learn to learn you, and you learn to learn what makes you happy. And you also learn to learn all the things that you were doing to make other people happy while you were miserable. I only want the best for myself from now on. I should have always wanted the best, but from moving forward, I only want the best for myself, and I don't care who I disappoint in the process. I don't care if I make you mad because I'm now putting myself first. That's it. I want the best. I deserve it. Right? Absolutely.
I am shooting my first podcast today as an interviewee. I'm excited. The podcast is called You versus You. And I've done things like interviews and panels and things like that in the past, but it's been a really long time since I've done anything interviewer, interviewee. And it's exciting because this is like an introduction into some of the things that I want to do. Later on, I'd love to, do something in terms of like a podcast or be on more podcasts and, excuse me, and do those type of things. Basically, we're just going to be talking about my journey as an artist, a creative, and about balancing that and showing up as myself and authenticity and the things that you need to do in order to live the type of life that you want, which is like the juice of the things that I love to talk about. It's been perfect for me because I'm really stepping into this era that I like to call becoming her. And basically it's just me becoming the woman that I need to be in order to have the life that I desire. I have a good life now. I'm not gonna act like I don't. But there are so many more things that I aspire to do, things that are in my heart that I know that that I want to fulfill. And some of it has to do with purpose and personal life, professional life, what I want to give out to the world, how I want to live life. And it's really me becoming that person first, walking as her every day in order to know what it feels like. First, it's about getting to know myself, knowing my thought patterns that are holding me back, knowing what obstacles are in my way that could be holding me back, that I can be in control of, that I'm in control of, because some things are out of my control, but the way I think and the way that I respond to things are definitely in my control. Creating the environment around me to make me feel happy and joyful and at peace. The people that are around me, everything that I need to do, because I know the type of woman that I need to be. I want to present well. I want people to look at me and be like, she looks like health. She looks like she smells like divine intervention. She looks like she has a sense of humor. She looks like she makes good decisions. She looks like she drinks her water and she takes her vitamins. She can have a good time and a good time can find her. She knows how to read a book. She eats her fruits and vegetables. She knows how to give love and she also knows how to receive love. She walks with confidence. She knows how to gain knowledge and give, but she real cool. Right? I read this book, Beyond Positive Thinking by Dr. Robert Anthony. I read this book maybe about a year or two ago. This book is really good because it doesn't just talk about like positive thinking and negative thinking. It talks about right thinking. So you thinking appropriate to where you are trying to go. I feel like it's definitely helping me to have right thinking. There's a little excerpt that I wanted to read to you because it like really sums up like the beginning point of the journey of just becoming that woman, that person that you aspire to be. Look at where you are in life right now. Where you are is where you want to be, consciously or unconsciously. You have made a choice. If you want to go anywhere, you must first understand where you are right now. Many people lie to themselves about where they are, and they deny their situation in life. But it is absolutely essential that you acknowledge where you are before you can move on. Is your life working the way you want it to? Are you where you would like to be? Do you have the things that you would like to have? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then take a look at your payoff for being where you are. What pleasure do you get out of denying yourself? What pleasure do you get out of being unhappy? What pleasure do you get out of being uncomfortable and not belonging? What pleasure do you get out of thinking in terms of lack and limitation? It is important to remind yourself that everything that you do in life, whether it is positive or negative, is attached to a reward or a payoff. So look at your payoff. Observation is the first step in changing anything. When you observe, you are taking the first step toward freedom. And as you observe, you begin to see your own patterns of thought. You have to tell the truth about where you are before you can move on. I'm gonna let you sit with that for a second. I am holding me back. I am the one. You can blame it on other people, blame it on circumstances, but ultimately it's me. And I've been doing things in like small increments. Like the thought process, it takes time. It takes time to switch your mind over to a certain way of thinking. And I've been, when it comes to that, I'll, read books, pray, meditate, journal, do affirmations, listen to podcasts, listen to sermons, and just do a lot of things that will help me to change my mind over. Therapy is another thing, which I'm a big advocate of people going to therapy. You got to talk to somebody that is not biased to your situation. I had to look at what I was eating and digesting, and not just food. I'm talking about, conversations and what parts of social media, all of that. I had to look at and say, okay, what am I digesting? Because it might be eating me. And even when I don't feel like I am that woman, or I have those days that I'm doubtful, or I'm like, this isn't really working. This isn't really going anywhere. I feel like an imposter. And I know there's like talk about people like imposter syndrome. It's not real. It'd be real for me. So just showing up anyway, regardless of how I feel, just showing up. It doesn't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, let's talk about what doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think, because people don't have, always have a right view of themselves. And also, people are not concerned about us. Like, they are not thinking about us. Nobody's sitting at their table at home at dinner thinking about that post you made and how silly it looked. And they're having a whole conversation about it. They're not. So today, I am walking and talking and being her today. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this episode, is that to become her, it does take work. It does take not just you looking like her or presenting like her. It comes as you walking as her, being confident as her, acting as her, and that you can do it too. So let's get ready though. I have only so much time, and I need to get ready, and I can drive across town to do this interview. I'ma tell you this one time. Boy, I want you to be mine. Can I come see you now? Can I lay with you outside? Can I touch your lips with mine? 'Cause I need you now. Don't wanna leave, I just wanna be here by your side. You make me feel and believe that we can paradise. 'Cause I don't feel the ground. No, I don't feel the ground. But I'm feeling right. I tell you what it's all about. It's just making me feel this way. It's kinda like, here's the look all pulled together. I went with these little brown loafers and the linen-ish oversized blazer, some ankle jeans, and brown belt. And we're decorating bags now, right? So I put this scarf on my bag and this chain. It's a wine color. And that's it. I'm sitting down with Saquon Lee.
What's up, what's up?
Hey, so we're doing the You versus You podcast today, and I just wanted to let you get acquainted with my audience and tell them about the vlog, not the vlog, I'm sorry, what the podcast is about.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Saquon. My podcast is an anecdotal experience. Anecdotal meaning that it's based on my own experience and it's shrouded around the topic of mental health, as I feel like this is a very, very, very needed topic, particularly for us men. Because a lot of us, we view mental health as taboo. We're afraid to journey and take that inward journey and figure out what's there and then ultimately reconcile what's there. It impacts our relationships, interpersonal relationships, jobs, community, so on and so forth. So I had my own rock bottom moment of catharsis, which led me to go to therapy, and I decided to document that journey. And I'm hoping that with this intention, there's a lot of men and women, black men and women, that will find value in it.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to ask you, like, what inspired you, but you answered all the questions.
Cool.
that we had. Cool. But yeah, so we're going to get started and do this podcast.
Boom.
You can clip it on the inside.
I know my hair, my...
No, on the...
It's not worth it to your health to even be in that space. So...
So this new environment that I was exposed to planted new seeds, right? So I was able to begin to see myself in a different light.
Voiceover. So I feel like I have a nice voice.
Absolutely.
Voiceover. So I asked if I could voice some of the commercials.
This may not have had that experience, right? So
I got enough of the commercials that ran on air at the radio station I was working at, and
like a cop call. Hey. Get up all in ya, we can hear the angels calling.